and welcome to part 2 of Cosmic Chats with Brandon Williams.
How are you? How you doing?
Oh, that's his voiceover work. As you can see.
Is that my VO voice? Hello there. Yes.
Have you had to do anything risque in that booth?
Oh, yes, for sure. I do audio books, right? So I do a lot of these audio books that are they're sci-fi books. So I play like vampires and werewolves and things like that, but they're also romance novels. So yeah.
You know, all about that being a Brit. We're often asked for the romance novel.
I'm sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I do a lot of but it's weird that I don't do normal ones. It's always sci-fi like angels and demons and things like that. So I'm only sexy, I guess, if I'm a monster of some type.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right, let's ask some fun questions of you.
Right.
When you dream and you fly, how do you fly?
How do I fly? I think it's the Superman. One fist here, like this.
Oh, you actually have the fist down here, not the two up.
No.
Oh.
Like that. Or I guess I could switch it like that.
Okay.
On you're turning. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Over the water or through buildings?
Where I fly, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, both. I'm going for the window. I guess I put two fists forward. Right. But when I swim.
We had briefly talked about you are originally from Arkansas. What was the biggest shock you had coming to North America?
North America?
Yeah, North America. Apart from,
North of America.
America. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I remember driving through the tunnel in Pittsburgh and it opening up into this, beautiful city. And that kind of blew me away. But here's an interesting one. And this might surprise people. I remember being in a dressing room and someone telling a Jewish friend of mine telling a Jewish joke. Just like he was a Jewish guy. And so he's like, hey guys, how many, and he said the joke. And coming from Arkansas, I didn't know any Jewish people. And so I'd never heard any stereotypes. So I didn't get the joke. So I was like, what do you mean? He was like, and I can't even remember what the joke was, but it was something stereotypical about greediness or something, And I was like, I don't get it. He was like, he tried to explain it. And I was like, wait, what? So it's funny because they're good with money. I don't get it. So that was kind of shocking.
Oh, it's a whole different plane for sense of humor.
Yeah. Just opened up the whole world for me with anti-Semitic humor. Thank you, North.
Thank you. The non-Confederacy. Is there a favorite phrase you like to say? You don't have to have one in English, and it doesn't have to be associated with the meaning. You just enjoy saying it.
Favorite phrase. Bless your heart.
Oh.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean that. It's not like, it actually means F you. Yeah. Pardon my French.
Well, goodness me. All this time, I think people are being very nice. And
no, they're bless your heart. Yeah. Bless your heart. That means they're being condescending towards you.
Oh, your phone is going off. Bless your heart.
Totally off. Yeah, exactly. Bless your heart. But that's a good one. Someone said that to me the other night and really annoyed me because I knew what they were saying.
You knew what they really meant.
Yeah, that's all right. They're a bad person.
What about food? Is there a food that you like, but your body says, please don't ingest that?
Yeah. Gyros sandwiches or gyros. Anything Greek, I love. My brother married a Cypriot woman. But anything Greek gives me incredible heartburn and makes me belch. But I still eat it anytime I'm hanging out with them.
So you just really have to have some alone time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no gyros for me. I remember I had one at prom one year, but I was just dancing with a girl going, "Oop, oop." That's when I was like, I can't eat this stuff anymore. It's bad. Yeah, so
Mm,
no
mm.
use for me.
No. Is there a place in the world you haven't gone to yet but you want to visit?
Hmm. Yeah, I've been all over Europe. I lived in Germany for when I was a kid, and I've traveled, everywhere in Europe. I've never been to Asia. So I would love to, see that part of the world. But more than anything, I have not been to the Dakotas. Is that
North
weird?
or south?
Yeah, I want to drive through there and see. It's beautiful, and or Montana, or any of that part of America. And my wife's from Vancouver, so I've been up through there, but nothing through the northern interior of Canada, which I'd like.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, keeping it North American. Yeah, that's where I want to go.
A boot, the north part,
Up there in a boot. Yep, yep.
like the colder climates.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Was that a shock? Were you getting used to cold weather?
Arkansas and Memphis, which is near where I grew up, they kind of get the 4 seasons. You get 3 months of each. It's still cold in the winter. You get ice storms and snow occasionally, but I guess Pittsburgh and New York are pretty awful with snow. And where I live in particular, in the Hudson Valley, it's always like 10 degrees colder than even Manhattan. It's pretty brutal up here.
Mm.
Brutal, but I have a wood burning stove, so.
Do you make your own hot chocolate?
Oh yeah, of course.
Mm,
Like
mm.
chocolate, huh?
Chocolate. Speaking of chocolate, what's your favorite kind of chocolate?
I like those lava cakes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with like the molten. I have a little recipe I make myself. My wife was really into that every time she was pregnant, so I would make her those all the time.
Oh, are you sure she just wasn't coaxed into being into it?
No, she really did, because she occasionally will eat one now, but when she was pregnant, she craved it. Each baby was a different. She had a salty baby, and she had you know what I mean? Like she craved salt and vinegar chips, and then she had the Boston cream donut baby. That's Jake. But for the most part, she would always love the chocolate soufflés.
And does Jake like Boston creams?
Sure. Yeah, I think so. He's a sweetie too.
Oh,
Salty baby is kind of a salty guy. So there you go.
fascinating. Hmm.
Hmm.
Do you think that when we're told to drink so much water, it's a bunch of hogwash, or do you think it's true? We should drink more water.
I feel better when I hydrate, I have to say. And I can tell I drink a lot of soda, and I shouldn't, but I don't drink much liquor. I don't do anything bad. And I drink awful diet soda, which is probably even worse for you. But when I do drink a lot of water, yeah, I feel better. Especially, here's another thing. That was my computer, not my phone. I get cramps in my stomach very easy if I don't drink enough water. And a stomach cramp is the worst.
It's a Pepsi versus a Coke kind of chap.
Yeah, Pepsi is better because it doesn't have citric acid like Coke.
Oh,
Yeah, and citric acid can give you acid reflux.
that's interesting to know.
Yeah.
Yes, acid reflux, not good for the vocal cords, is it really? No.
Not good for sleeping. That's the problem for me if I have heartburn.
Oh,
I
yes.
have the GERD, as they call it.
And nicknames. Do you have nicknames for all of your little ones?
No, not really. They're shortened names anyway. I guess my youngest, whose name is Shaw McGregor Williams, we call him Shaw Mac.
Shamak.
Yeah, Liv, we do have a name. We call her Livy Lou. And Jake, we call Jake Bear, because his middle name is Bear. So we call him
What?
Jake. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, well,
Is
not
he the
spelled.
animal or is he naked?
No, neither. It's actually my wife's maiden name is Bearzan, so it's Bere, Bear.
Oh, okay.
So he's Jake Bear, but it sounds like bear, which is kind of cool. And then Reese is Reese Leo. So we call him that sometimes. But the only nickname I ever had was Bran Flakes.
That again, your stomach issues.
Yep. Bran Flakes. And then in ninth grade, I guess I had bigger muscles than everyone, and everyone called me Branbo.
Oh, okay. Dating Sylvester Stallone, Rambo.
Dating, but yeah. Brambo and Bran Flakes. What about you? Nicknames for you?
PJ is a fun nickname. Paula Jane Newman.
I like that.
But then they thought they were really funny because in the UK, I'm usually just Paula Newman. They would call me Nora Pooman.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I was in the toilet a lot. I don't really know why. And then at home with Paula Jane, it was pull the chain. Because back then in England, you had the tank above the toilet.
That's how you flushed it.
And you pull the chain.
I get that.
There are more traumatic ones like ABO, short for abnormal.
Yeah.
Which had me going into drama school to get over that stuff. If you're going to call me abnormal, I'm doing it all the way.
Yeah, well, you should commit.
Yeah, that's right. Commit fully. So yes, those are the ones that, ABO, short. Yes, ABO. So I decided to write a book to get out my frustration called ABO. And I decided to do a character synopsis of each person, but I didn't change the names.
To protect them.
So then they read it, and then I had very few friends after that.
Yeah, that's what happens when you do a tell-all.
When you tell the truth.
Yeah, you can't do that. There shall be no truth telling.
That's right. But now it's fine to tell the truth because it's better that way. Anyway, keeping up pretense. What teenager nightmare. I'm trying to think of anything else. No, it was just those were the main ones. Okay. I think. I mean, brother and sister stuff. Shut up was shut up. Someone's name was always shut up.
Yeah. I was not allowed to say shut up or I hate you when I was a kid.
Over 10, we were allowed.
Oh, it was an age thing for you.
I guess so. I mean, it's not really a nice thing to say. But people do it a lot in the UK because there are plenty of other words that are worse.
Of course. I like in the UK though, I won't say them here, but the dirty words are not as dirty over there. Like,
yes,
like the C word, which I won't say. I love that word when it's said affectionately. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is that an English?
It's not really, it doesn't have the same connotation as it does in the US.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And so I do remember having cousins visiting and winding down the windows and yelling it at people. Very funny, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it was adorable. Well, maybe not.
That's my family. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our time here with Brandon on Cosmic Chats. He's had a ball. Those of you who've just tuned in, please subscribe and like. So follow us. If you want us to help you, please subscribe as well. We have Vedic Meditation Stories. The ebook right now is free. If you have unlimited Kindle, you can just check out how going inward has helped people get over nicknames like Abo. And references to the toilet, but then it is living in England. What else are you going to reference? That or being drunk?
Yeah, fried foods. You could reference that, I guess.
Fried foods. Well, you got to have a good fish and chips. There's nothing quite as good as fish and chips and crisps. I'm from Arkansas, the land of fried foods as well, because people from England settled. Right. It's all our fault. It's all our fault. As I say, don't go back to England. It's cold, there's bad teeth, and it's full of colonialists. Did I tell you my 21 and 23andMe results? Did I tell you that? No. I am 99% white. And I know, shocking. And all of my relatives, I have a little tiny bit from Germany, but for the most part, all UK. And the majority of my DNA is from London. Oh,
I
well,
was poor white trash in London, and they came over here and moved to Arkansas. Shocker. So
shocker. Well, maybe it's time to connect to your inner soccer hooligan.
yeah, that's totally what I come from.
All right. Well, it's been a delight having you. Everybody, please write your lovely comments about Brandon, and we'll see you soon on the next episode of Cosmic Chats. And we greatly appreciate all of your support.